Hi there, I'm Sean Wilmot, and today's a great day for an Escape, which is precisely what we've got here from Ford. This is the new Ford Escape PHEV. Now, this isn't the first time we've looked at the Ford ST Line X, but it is the first time that we have looked at the PHEV model, which is the one that completes the set. And it's that complete set which actually earned this vehicle the Company Vehicle Car of the Year award for medium SUVs. So what's different about it? Well, it is a PHEV, which means you've got a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. So you've got a petrol engine under here, and you've got an electric motor under here. Harking back to what we saw originally about a couple of months ago with the petrol model, we've got the same organic shape and design here, lovely flowing curve all the way down to the back end there. It really looks nice and cohesive. It looks forward in motion. Gives you that sense of urgency and the fact that this car wants to get up and go. And from an engaged driver's perspective, that's absolutely brilliant. First rate. And speaking of being engaging as a driver's car, maybe now's the time for us to jump in, take a look and show you what it can actually do. Now, there are some perfectly normal considerations to take into account when you're talking about a PHEV. In this particular instance, the first one of those is obviously that 2.5 litre petrol engine. So power and torque, you're looking at 167 kilowatts and around about 210 newton meters of torque. And that's a pretty good combination package. We've also got fantastic fuel economy with the addition of the electric motor helping out the 2.5 petrol. So we can actually get a figure of 1.5 litres per 100 kilometres for 33 grams of CO2 per kilometre emitted. And that is where the PHEV really comes into its own. And it's a perfect solution for city driving. The quietness consideration is one thing, but the Ford Escape is also blessed with a huge raft of safety features, some of which are absolutely must-haves, particularly if you're driving around residential areas in a silent vehicle. It also has lane keeping assist, which is not quite so relevant around the residential areas, but there is a new one from Ford, and that's evasive steering assist, which means that if I have to evasively maneuver the car around, the system will actually assist me to do that. And that's really handy if you've got small children running around the place. Well, that wasn't exactly the Bombay Hills, but it was a significant amount of towing. I couldn't actually feel the engine resisting or struggling in any way. I can actually see the jet skis that are on the back, but I can't feel it through the engine, which is really, really what I was looking for. I guess then that really just goes to prove that this whole theory that PHEVs can't tow, it's total bunk. That's the towing exercise completed. Now let's continue our adventure out and check out the handling on the way to the West Coast. I mentioned earlier that the shape of the Escape gives you that sensation of forward momentum, and it certainly applies when it comes to handling. This one really rockets around corners really, really well. The key to it all, I guess, would have to be in the design, where the battery is positioned nice and low in the bodywork, so it's right there underneath and goes across the floor, and it actually hugs the road, allows the car to hug the road, I should say. And that gives you a greater sense of control because the car actually sits lower on the road, and therefore it doesn't work so hard when it comes to handling in terms of the body roll. It really does make the PHEV a very safe consideration and a comfortable one. Part of what makes the Escape so aptly named is this, the drive selector mode function. This basically means that we can travel from the road to the beach and anywhere in between using different mode settings for different terrains. We've been traveling for the moment on normal road conditions, so we've been in normal mode, but with a couple of clicks of the button here, I can switch us to my preferred setting for gravel, which is deep snow and sand. So let's see how that works. How's that for traction? Brilliant! To kick off our guide through the interior, I'd just like to take you through those modes once more, just so you've got it clear in your mind. Our first functional mode, for example, is road use, and that is normal, which you can see on screen. Then we go through to eco, sport, then onto the off-road slippery for snow and ice, and my preferred for gravel, deep snow and sand, and back again to normal for on-road use. Simple as that. The Escape's interior is reflective more of the quality considerations of a modern SUV. You can see this most obviously in these split suede sports leather seats, and the sports motif is carried through to the alloy pedals and of course to the multifunction steering wheel. The focus on refinement is best seen in the tactile variety in the door trims, with its combination of carbon inserts, dimpled plastic surfaces, soft touch leather with the sporty red stitching carried right the way through. As to the in-cabin displays, you have a 12-inch TFT driver information display and the 8-inch touchscreen for the infotainment system. This includes Apple CarPlay and Android Auto via AppLink, but you've also got Ford's Sync 3 voice activation system for the sat-nav control, audio, and of course your cell phone as well. We've got wireless phone charging with USB and USB-C ports as standard up the front, and that's mirrored in the back. Now let's face it, this isn't normally where you'd expect to see me in the back seat, but I'm doing it for a reason, because I wanted to demonstrate exactly how roomy it is back here. And that was great because I've got plenty of knee room, and I've also got places underneath the seat where I can stick my feet, which makes traveling very comfortable. What I didn't realize was exactly how comfortable it is. These seats are normally the best ones in the house, but these seats behind me, they're just as good, and that's really astonishing. And at the back here, we've got this absolutely cavernous cargo space, which there are some clever things here as well. We do, for example, have this moving cargo blind that opens and closes with the door and conceals your valuables when it's closed. That's very cool. We've also got a power socket in here, which is very handy when you're doing the camping thing. You want to plug in your fridge or your light, whatever. And to cap it all off, to make luggage loading even easier, we've got this one-touch, pull lever, drop seat mechanism. And that's absolutely brilliant. For those who need a quick refresher, the ST line includes a styling body kit, exhaust and rear spoiler, as well as the panoramic sunroof. We've come from city to the beach in our Ford Escape, the great escape you might say, and we've come up here with using the barest amount of fuel thanks to the fact that this is a PHEV. This is a fantastic vehicle in terms of comfort, handling, safety and of course economy. Can't really argue with that. Now this vehicle does come with a 5-year automotive warranty, and it also comes with a warranty of 8 years and 160,000 K for the battery component alone. So you've got peace of mind motoring right from the word go. Realistically, this is a car you really want to check out at your local Ford dealer. Get down there soon, eh?